Welcome, thins, mid-fats, super-fats, and death-fats. Join me as we experience together the most entitled people on Earth in fat liberation. On today's episode, these people take no accountability at all. Hello, my friends. So I'm not sure if you've heard of Jae Bae. She's starting to sort of get a little traction on the internet for being a fat activist, fat liberation activist. She generally just thinks of herself as an activist for obese people, basically. The problem is she goes so far overboard with her rhetoric and her demands and everything that it almost feels like it's intentional rage bait, right? It feels like she's doing it just for engagement and stuff, which she profits a lot from this, and we'll see that in a minute. But the goal of this video isn't necessarily to go into a deep dive of Jae Bae. We'll probably cover her quite a bit in the future, but today we're going to talk about the loneliest, saddest, and stupidest protest I think I've ever seen. So if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not going to lie. So just a quick intro to Jae Bae. Basically, she has eaten herself to the size where she doesn't fit into airplane seats or seat belts or anything like that. And instead of thinking, maybe I should do something about that, she decided she wants everybody else to conform to her. She wants the world to fit her, rather than her try to figure out a way to fit the world. And again, it feels almost like satire because it's so over the top, but she is very good at rage bait. There are a few layers to this this protest story that we need to cover. So basically, it starts with an incident at an airport. One of the things that she is really big on is travel for fat people, and she thinks that fat people and obese people should have free extra seats. She also wants hotels to enlarge their chairs and rooms and hallways and everything. It's real stupid. But the main thing that's kind of been happening is her push to get like airports to be more accommodating to obese people. Okay, so the incident at the airport was this video. Now, I also have heard that she is sort of a copyright bully. She likes to copyright claim everything. So I'll be interrupting quite a bit just to make sure that it's as transformative as it can possibly be. But this is the incident that sort of sparked the airport protest, the sad, lonely airport protest. And believe me, it's worth getting there. So just hang with me. We'll see the protest. This is what started everything.
At SeaTac Airport will shock you. This experience I'm about to share with you is yet another example of why employee sensitivity. Training, a demand outlined in the plus-size travel petition, is desperately needed.
Oh, and the travel petition is something we'll go over in another video, but she basically did a change.org petition that is about as stupid as you think it would be, because it's all about how to treat fat people when they're traveling. It's so entitled and stupid. So this is her goal, right? Is to get sensitivity training and bring awareness and get the airports to basically bend over backwards for her and people her size. And you can see she's being wheeled down the bridge, right? And she's like in her 20s. She's really young to be this immobile. Now, I don't want you to think that I'm picking on her because she's made herself this way, right? And you might think, well, maybe there's a genetic issue or maybe there's some kind of metabolic disorder or something.
It's that time of year again when the diet industry starts pushing those new year, new you promises. Let me tell you something.
She clearly just eats whatever she wants. And in fact, here she just says it loud and proud. She says, I'm about embracing food freedom, and that includes eating whatever the heck I want. So she eats herself to a size where she doesn't fit into anything, and then she expects everybody to then cater to her, right? To bend over backwards so that she can fit or that she can be comfortable, right? She takes no accountability for anything. She has just decided that I can do whatever I want and there are no consequences. But we'll see that with her protest, she kind of found out. So she's at the SeaTac airport and she says she has an ordeal there. There's no evidence of this, right? There's no video evidence. She films every second of her travels, but yet there's no evidence of what she's saying. So just keep in mind that all of this is Jae Bae's explanation of the ordeal. And also, I'm not going to call her Jae Bae for the rest of the video. I'm going to call her entitled. So entitled basically needed a wheelchair, and she approached somebody, apparently, and they, the way she describes it is that they saw her, they're holding the wheelchair, and they saw her walk up and went, "That's a huge bitch," and said, "Nope, I'm out." And then walked away saying, "Can you believe how fat that chick is?" But, you know, I doubt that's really what happened. But that's what she says. She says, "I approached her. She realized that she'd be assisting me and not one of the smaller passengers. And she started to walk away with my wheelchair while making comments about my size." Like, come on. There's no way a person that's working at the airport would do that. Shut up. And so then she says she was forced to walk. And the thing is, she's on oxygen. She actually talks about, here it says, by the time she sat down, her lips were white, her oxygen levels had dropped. "This was my first time flying without oxygen," she says. So think about that. She's in her 20s and she's on oxygen. So this was the incident that sparked everything, right? She needed a wheelchair. She claims that the airport employee saw her and said, "Nope." So, you know, there's no telling what actually happened or if anything happened, but this is what sparked what happens next. So then she decides to have a protest. You ready?
All right, listen up. It's your girl Jay, and I got some.
But basically, she's scheduling a protest, and this is awesome. I love the way this ends. And you may wonder, like, why she does all this. And we're going to find out in this video pretty quickly why she's doing all this, right? So let's just take a look. It's time to say right here, right now, today, I want to go ahead and talk about SeaTac Airport. And that's where the incident happened, right? Now, I do want you to hear this part, okay? She says, "You hear that plane?"
Plane? Well, I'm staying right outside SeaTac right now at an incredible hotel that I've gotten to partner with. But
So you hear that? She says, "I'm staying in a hotel right outside the airport in an amazing hotel that I'm partnered with." So now all of a sudden it starts making sense. Everything she does is to engagement farm and rage bait so that she can do things like this.
Absolutely stunning. And hotel and
She gets sponsorships and partner deals where she can travel and do all this stuff for free. And it's all paid for by coming on here and spreading the craziest, some of the most dangerous lies about health and obesity. So it's like blood money. She's talking so many people, so many vulnerable people into just not giving a crap about their health and just eating whatever they want because it's hard to lose weight, right? My guess is at some point she tried to lose weight, realized that it's hard, and decided, "I'm never going to do that." And then she realized, like the first time that she posted that she got some traction, she realized, like, holy shit, I can make a lot of money doing this. I can just say the craziest stuff about how me not fitting into stuff is discrimination, and people will respond because all engagement is good engagement. Either way, she gets paid. So she's gotten partnered with a hotel. So that's why she's doing all this. But here we go.
I have something to say, and I think you want to hear it.
No, I don't. It says, "If you're familiar with my SeaTac Airport experience," meaning the lady that didn't push her to the plane because she was too big or something. And she has made this her whole identity, right? The fat liberation, all that stuff. Her entire TikTok is, and her Instagram and everything, is all about fat liberation. Really, it is very obvious that she just saw an opportunity to post and make money doing it, right? She just decided, oh, this is a movement that I can kind of exploit to make money, and I get to eat whatever I want while doing it. All of this is my opinion, but it's pretty obvious. Like you can just see what she's doing. Look, all of this stuff, everything she does, hosted, partnership, everything she does is basically paid for. So I want you to hear this part, okay?
You saw that video, and they refused to push me because I was too fat. And they had absolutely no consideration for my physical health, my well-being, my needs, none of the above. Well,
they had absolutely no consideration for my health, my well-being, my physical needs. But she didn't take a second to think about the physical needs or the physical problems that could arise for the person that would have to push her. Because she doesn't care about anybody else. The entire world revolves around entitled. So she said, maybe I thought I was the only person. And then she said, then I talked to some incredible people in my community, and they're a much smaller fat person than I am, and they experience the same damn thing. So basically, she goes on to say, this seems to be an epidemic. You know, there's so many fat people being treated like this, it should be stopped. So it will not be tolerated any longer. So if you want to be a part of the protest, DM me tonight, DM me tomorrow. Let's go ahead and make it happen. We will be at SeaTac Airport February 4th, right? We will be at SeaTac Airport on Tuesday, February 4th. If you've ever faced discrimination there or want to stand in solidarity, DM me to join. This kind of treatment is unacceptable. All right, are you ready to see the protest? I probably gave it away because I probably put it in the thumbnail because it's so stupid. But are you guys ready? This is going to be overwhelming. And I want you to keep in mind, too, that the song being played is This Is America, the song about racism and how fucked up that is, that she is comparing what she's going through to what people of color have to go through on a daily basis. And she's actually playing This Is America by Childish Gambino. The fucking audacity. But you ready? Because this is a little bit of Schadenfreude, if you ask me. I gotta say, I kind of enjoy this because it's so fucking pathetic. You ready? You get him. You tell him. Oh my God. What? And this is so fucking performative. It is so just, it is obvious, just rage bait. That's all this is just a farm engagement and just to get attention. Just what is happening? This is discrimination, and she plays This Is America. That's it. She was the only one. She was the only one at the protest. So, way to go, Entitled. You did it. You fixed discrimination. You fixed racism and shut up. Shut up. But the thing is, she won't shut up because, again, she does it on purpose. This is, in my opinion, I feel like this is all intentional. She doesn't really care about the plight of obese people. She just likes to make the money, get the free trips, and get to eat whatever she wants. That's what I think. But yeah, the reason I don't have any sympathy for her at all is because of stuff like this, where she says the diet. Oh, and here's the thing. This is a fat liberation thing, right? The diet industry. They're always talking about how the diet industry spends so much money trying to get you hooked on diets and unhealthy eating and all that stuff. But they never think or never care to say anything about the food industry, right? The fast food industry and the candy industry that spend orders of magnitude more money, like hundreds of times more money than the diet industry to try to get you hooked on the fast food and this kind of shit that she's eating. But honestly, this video, I really want to go down this rabbit hole. I want to do some more fat liberation stuff because it is wild. And Entitled here is like leading the charge, and she's the most annoying. She's getting the most attention, and it's obvious why. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's getting the engagement by saying stuff like this. So again, this wasn't a deep dive on Entitled. I mean, just watching her eat, and then has the audacity to then say she's being discriminated against. Like, look at that. She does this and eats all the time, eats whatever she wants, and then has the audacity to say that she's being discriminated against whenever she doesn't fit into something, or if somebody doesn't put themselves in harm's way to push her where she wants to go. Everything revolves around her. So anyway, this was just a look at the saddest and stupidest protest that may have ever existed. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.